Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got another video for you today. And wow, it's been quite some time since I've heard myself say that. I do apologize for that. That's not exactly how I foresaw the end of March and April happening with my channel. I thought I did have a whole bunch of videos planned, and then kind of stuff in real life kind of happened, and then had to kind of shift my focus there. And unfortunately DC kind of took a backseat for a while, but trying to make up for that now. So this is going to be the new DLC, World of Flashpoint, launched on the test server probably last week. So once again, I'm kind of behind the eight ball for that too. I'm sure you've seen some other videos about it. But what I'm going to be doing is, this is going to be the duo. Next is going to be the alert later on today. And then Monday you're going to have both elite raids, hopefully. And then Tuesday you're going to have the artifacts, and then everything you need to know about the DLC, like all the changes. So that's my plan, because this World of Flashpoint launches on April 15th. So I want to make sure you have all the information beforehand. So touching on this, this is going to be the new elite duo. So this is the first time we've ever had an elite duo in DC. So this is kind of like precedent setting for that. Now with the Meso fight, you're going to see it be really quick. We're talking like 30 seconds or so. Now this fight, it can be a lot longer, and there's a whole bunch of feats tied to it as well. You saw when that Atom bot came out, he's going to basically heart stun a player, and the other player in the duo is going to have to lunge it, because you can't lunge it. You're just stuck taking damage. And then eventually as well, Meso is going to absorb your powers just like he does in the alert, and do some more damage and have increase some defense, stuff like that. So it's one of those things where your damage is completely dictating that encounter. So if you have really good DPS, dropping orbitals, supplies, supercharges, stuff like that, you can pretty much skip every single Meso phase, and that fight takes like 30 seconds. But if you have poor DPS, not even poor DPS, but if you have like lower DPS, or if you're queuing with like a tank or like a controller or a healer or something like that, so you don't have 2 DPS, that fight is going to be much more extended. You're going to have multiple atom phases, you're going to have multiple power absorption phases, so that it does become quite a difficult fight if you do extend it, because you're taking a lot of damage over time. And you don't have that. Like if you're running with a healer, that's okay, but say if you're running with like a tank or something like that, that's still a lot of damage to take over time. So this next little room here, this is more like kind of like a time filler. You're just killing ads, making sure they don't destroy the turrets. You'll see, I'll bring it up in my feat list video when I cover that, but there's like 10 or 15 feats in this duo. It's a lot of feats. A lot of it, some of it's normal, some of it's elite. I guess they're just kind of adding more feats in the duo because there's elite aspect to it. So I think like one of the things is not let any prisoners touch the turrets or destroy the turrets, which is fairly simple. There's a whole bunch of on Meso in terms of like letting the Atom bot phases happen 5 times, or not letting him absorb power, stuff like that. So there's certainly going to be a lot with this duo in terms of the feat completion. Now in terms of the renown, I think you see at the end, I'm pretty sure it's 50, but the final fight, the final fight coming up here is going to be the issue right now, where you see it now. So I wouldn't say this is going to be the version you're going to see on live. I'd say Meso's not going to change at all. This section is not going to change at all, but the final boss here in a couple minutes now, when you're listening to the commentary, is going to change, because it's a wee bit overtuned, that's for sure, especially for a duo, because I mean a duo and alert you can run every single day, because there's elite alert as well. So I mean there's no point of, you get burnt out pretty quick if it's going to take like 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to wipe in a duo every single day for elite, just for like minimal rewards. So, I mean, I like the concept that they're doing here, bringing an elite duo, or having each and every content they do. We haven't had like elite solos, but like elite duo, elite alert, elite raids, like survival mode concepts. So it's, I mean, I like the direction they're taking with this, and certainly, I mean, a duo is kind of overkill somewhat to bring in elite mechanics into it, but at the same time, because I mean, you shouldn't be expected to like shout for a healer or shout for a specific role in a duo. You should be able to complete a duo with 2 DPS, which at this point you can. It's a little bit more difficult coming up on the final boss, you'll see, but it's just right now that's kind of the interesting point. And I mean, at the same time, it's nice to have an elite duo, but at the same time, I mean, elite to me is supposed to be run with multiple groups. Even like a 4-man like Elite Alert was kind of like situational, because I'd rather have Elite content with 8 players, being different group setups and such. So that's my preference. So final boss here is going to be Heat Wave. Heat Wave. It's funny right now. The way it's set up on test is kind of set up for you to fail, which is ironic, because all his skulls are flamethrowers, because it's Heat Wave. But he tracks you with the skulls and chases you. So imagine you're a DPS trying to get away from a boss's skull attack, which is like a channel flamethrower that you can't interrupt, and he follows you around the room. So you've got a boss chasing you with a flamethrower that reaches 15, 20 feet, and you can't get out of range of it. So you can imagine how annoying that would be, especially if it's DPS with a healer. So here, like, I'm trying to run away, he's still chasing me with it. You can see I've got like hard light shield on my loaded. I've got burning determination, stoke flames as like self heals. So you really have to like completely change your loadout. The Gadget's DPS, he's got decoy on, and he's got hard light shield on, and like new neutralizer, distract, or something like that. So I'm trying to run away. He's chasing me with flamethrowers. So it becomes a really stressful fight. So I think it's easy enough to change. But right now, the damage you take in this encounter, even the healer, is going to be hard, because it's just no matter what you do, you kind of see right there. He started his flamethrower. I jumped over him to get out of range, and then while I'm jumping in midair, he spins and flamethrowers me to death. So I mean, like, what are you supposed to do there? I mean, DPS shields aren't going to be that strong. So essentially, with this fight, his fire can destroy those consoles on the outside. So really, you don't want him to destroy those consoles. And then once a critical phase comes up, you'll see that in red text. You're supposed to go to the front, and both players turn 2 cogs. Well, the issue there is you can't have both players turn both cogs, because Flashpoint's going to be right there on top of you doing dual pistol spam and flamethrowers. So it's easier just to nuke them. But then if you don't nuke them, then you're running into this intense heat dot, which is a 40k dot ticking every single time. So that fight will probably slightly change from how you see it here. But I mean, certainly it's a good first try from the developers for this elite encounter. And same thing, the renown, I'm pretty sure, was 100. Plus you get some other materials as well. That'll be for the OP back. But we can kind of get to that in another video. So take care, guys. We'll see you in the alert.